परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द 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 शिवोऽहम्
Nityanandam, we have been doing a lot of work of getting everyone ready for Navaratri that is going to be coming up in a few months. But did you know that the most grand spectacle of the Chandi Homa is going to be happening during this Navaratri? The Navaratri Chandi Homa is one of a kind and something you don't want to miss. What is Chandi Homa? How you can participate in it? What are the benefits of Chandi Homa? Is something that we're going to be discussing with everyone joining us today. I am Srinitya Rajananda Maharaj, and we have with us Srinitya Prema Swarupananda Maharaj, Nityanandam, and we're going to be talking about the Navaratri celebrations, getting all of you ready for having Devi in your life, celebrating her. The whole cosmos is going to be celebrating her on those 10 days. So don't miss. And let us begin with the Sadguru Vandanam, invoking the presence and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, and then continue with our discussion. Nityanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyatilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Yes, Nityanandam. And we're also having today a special session where you yourself can learn one of the most powerful Devi Sukta mantras. The Tantrokta Devi Suktam will be something that we are sharing with all of you. You can sign up with us at the Zoom link that is provided for you and join us at the end of today's session and get to know more about the Devi Suktam, which is a very powerful chant and something that is also a very big part of Chandi Homa if you are new to it. So today we're going to be talking about Chandi. Yes, yesterday we had discussed that the Chandi Homa or the Devi Mahatmyam is also known as Chandi. That's the word that you use also. So Chandi is the collection of these 700 verses sung in praise about Devi, telling her story and also all of the conquests of Devi. So that is the 700 verses, and that is known as Chandi in itself, and we chant Chandi, and in this way we worship her. And Swamiji always has shared with us that the Devi Mahatmyam is one of the scriptures. If you just read it, if you just listen to it, that's enough. You will have enlightenment. You will have the ultimate enlightenment in your life. So that's what we do during Navaratri. We immerse ourselves fully with the Devi's mantra Chandi, and today we're going to be giving everyone an experience of what a glimpse of that is. Beautifully, the mantra that sings Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vishnumayeti Sabdita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha, telling that I worship the Devi that is existing in all the beings, Devi Sarva Bhuteshu, in the form of Vishnumaya, in the form of various things. So that is how that mantra goes. It's a very simple mantra. You can all learn and join us at the end of today's session on the Zoom link that we're going to be providing for you. You can join us there and get to know more about the session about the Devi Mahatmyam and begin your practice. I think one of the best ways to do is to just jump in. And that's the way that we have learned. You can also share, Maharaj, Prema Swarupa Maharaj, how Swamiji has taught us rituals, how Swamiji has groomed us to be able to embrace it, even if we don't even know an inch of it. How Swamiji has inspired us to embrace the rituals and get to know how to connect with the deities.
Yes, Maharaj. So, I myself, growing up in the Gurukul, being taught by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, Swamiji himself, I had various opportunities to, offer the Chandi Homa, offer the Chandi Homa during the Navaratri, especially. That is the most auspicious time and the most powerful time to connect with the Mother Goddess. And Swamiji himself used to guide every single step, like every small things. Swamiji himself used to tell, okay, do it like this, do it like this. And he used to guide it. He used to guide in such a motherly form during the Navaratri. So it used to be such a beautiful, amazing experience to just be in that space where Swamiji is constantly, guiding you and teaching us how to do the rituals, and what the whole process is. And especially doing the Chandi Homa, it's like the whole ritual takes, the whole of Chandi Homa takes over 10 hours almost, right? So that is a really long ritual. Like normally, the puja that we do every day, Guru Puja, that's like just 40 minutes, and then Shiva Puja is again 10 minutes, so that's maximum 1 hour. But sitting and doing a Chandi Homa for over 10 hours, that is something completely different. And the fire is there in front of us. Once the Homa starts, there is it's the fire ritual, offering ahutis, 700 ahutis that are there in the Chandi. The 700 verses, offering the ahutis means the offerings to the fire, which we are offering in the form of Devi.
Yes.
So offering that and sitting in front of the fire for so many hours, it is only possible when we are in that space of oneness. Only when
Mhm.
we are connecting to Devi, only when Devi herself is deciding to manifest through us, is it possible for us to actually sit for so many hours and do the whole ritual. Otherwise, it's actually not possible. So when you just sit in that space, invoke Devi in that presence, Devi manifests in you. So when you invoke, the whole puja itself is so beautiful that in Hinduism, any ritual that you do, you have to become that god. You have to, if you're doing the Shiva puja, you become Shiva and offer the Shiva puja. If you are doing the Chandi Homa, you become Devi and do the Chandi Homa. It is that you establish yourself in that space of oneness with that deity, with that god, and then you do the ritual. So it is so beautiful experience when you are establishing yourself in that space of oneness and then doing the puja. So I just remember this one thing. So Paramashiva says that he manifested himself as many to celebrate himself. So it is this one cognition that we again and again cherish when we do any puja, especially the Chandi Homa or the pujas during the Navaratri. And when you offer the Chandi Homa, it is that you are establishing yourself in that space of oneness with Devi, with Chandi, and experiencing that oneness and also offering the puja. So it is a beautiful space of oneness that we manifest and offer.
Yes, and beautifully, as you said, Maharaj, it is inside the ritualistic process itself that the Paddhati itself says that you need to establish yourself and cognize yourself, visualize yourself as Devi. And once you have done that, then you do the Chandi Homa, you do the ritual, and then it's sanctified. Actually, that's the best way that in Hinduism we follow the kriyas from from the Vedagamas, and they describe beautifully how each part of us we have to visualize the head, the so many hands, and the hips and the knees and the legs. Every part of us is energized with the visualization of Devi herself, what she is, and we visualize we are her, and we have to do that. And that is the bhavana, that is the visualization, and it is so powerful in itself. And in that, just doing that, it manifests as a reality for us, and we are able to have tremendous beautiful experiences, especially when we're doing the Chandi Parayanam, when chanting the Devi Mahatmyam and getting to know and just being in that vibration. Just in those few moments, you'll just have the darshan of Devi. You can see she's there. She's really there with us in that ambience, in that presence. And that is the way that the ancient rishis have set it up as a methodology to be able to have the experience. See, the Swamiji usually shares with us that they are all scientists. They may have been, we see the scientists of the outer world who see the sky and see the things like plants and animals and try to dissect and find out the truth behind it. But the inner scientists from Hinduism had a different way of approaching the whole existence. And this is something that is very important to understand about rituals. They had a way to understand that the world around them isn't dead matter. That is something that we learn in this, even in the science books and now. That it is something that is less intelligent than us. We have this this wrong understanding, in fact. And because of this wrong understanding, it is limited to the amount of knowledge you'll be able to have. But when you approach yourself and the world around you, this whole Jagat, as intelligence, right? When you do this, it will reveal itself to you. It will reveal the truth that you need to know for yourself. And that is what the inner scientists had. So in the science that we have today, maybe the Western science also, you can say that it is something to do with, as we know, research and development. Research would mean cutting something into piece and finding out what it is in the small pieces, or zooming in as much as you can into the sky and finding out it is only based off our senses. But when it comes to the Vedic rishis, the Hindus, we always respected and treated the world around us as intelligence. So we put ourselves in a state of nirvikalpa samadhi, of absolute oneness. And when we come to that state, the world reveals what we're supposed to know. And in that also the truth is there. Many, even mathematicians like the Srinivasa Ramanujam and many others also had everything come to them, whether it is their mathematical theorems or the various powerful scientists have in the world who have had a significant contribution to the modern technology of the world today, who we celebrate as Albert Einstein or Tesla, whoever we are. They had powerful intuition. They had that understanding that existence around them is intelligence. And once you have this powerful approach, that is one of the ways you can have a gateway to understanding what life really is, and then it will start revealing itself to you. That is why the way that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shares the truth about the way to approach the world and understand and learn and grow is not research and development, it is more revelation and development. You have an experience revealed to you. You have the darshan of Devi Chandika Parameshwari, the way it is described in the Markandeya Puranam. You have that darshan of her, and then you develop a method for others also to have the same darshan, the same experience, and that is what is called revelation, and developing ways for all others to also have the same experience. So that is a science in itself. All the kriyas and rituals are places where you can also, as a laboratory, you can have a laboratory where you sit and experiment with the truths that are there inside the mantras, and visualize the same way the mantras teach you how to visualize yourself, and see what that changes inside you, what chemical changes also happen, as well as cognitive changes also happen inside of you. What you are, what the world is, and how you relate with these two, all of these can change when you have the attitude of seeking. And that is the way we should also approach one of the ways. We encourage everyone to come to this with an experimental understanding. And many of us who are also yogis, as you were sharing, Maharaj, sitting for 10 hours a day is no joke, especially in the yoga asanas with our back straight and all that. It is a practice that Swamiji himself has done in his whole life, and that is the way he is training us. We're so fortunate to have Swamiji, who puts us into the raw life and tells us, this is the way you should do it, this is the way you can learn. And that's the best way, actually. When it comes to learning from the Guru, it is always the best. And the way you learn from Swamiji, especially from what we can share, is that it is nothing that you would have thought is any conventional way of learning. You would be literally sitting in front of him and just in holding the highest bhakti, because that is why, as you also said, one from one came many. In the same way, to enjoy itself, right?
Correct.
And that is also the reason what comes back. We are a reflection of Paramashiva. Only when we seek true devotion and love to Paramashiva will we be able to have that again and again in our lives. So we'll be able to come back to putting ourselves in a space of oneness again and again. And when we do that, we actually see that all the things that we want start manifesting.
Correct. Yes, Maharaj. That was so. That was so correct. So only when we understand that the puja aspect of it, when we look at everything in the form of worship, when we start worshipping everything, only then we start actually manifesting that in our life. So when we want to manifest something, it is the best way is to establish ourselves in the space of oneness with everything around us. Only then, like as you said, so letting it reveal itself to us. So Swamiji was saying about once when Swamiji was talking about time, Swamiji was so beautifully explaining about time that he gave a beautiful exercise also. Just stop doing everything, like just do not use gadgets, do not do anything, just go to a remote forest, just sit for some time. Then you will see that how time reveals itself to you. So when you just sit in that just one intention, just having the intention, just sitting in that space of oneness, you will have the revelations of what you are seeking for. You don't have to do any experiment, or you don't have to like as you said, you don't have to dissect to see what is there inside, or you don't have to zoom. You don't have to do any effort of this kind from your side to do any kind of research or development. It is always a revelation, as you said. It is a revelation and development. That is a very right way that Swamiji so beautifully reveals. It is always a revelation to us, and then we do the development on it.
Yes.
So that is how it is. So
Yeah.
that is Perfect.
That is the way even I was sharing the scientists of the modern day. The theories of the mathematicians of like say Ramanujam or the relativity theory that was there of Albert Einstein, all of these would reveal to them. They just suddenly had a vision or the experience of that understanding, that theorem. And then they developed the way for others to also understand this theorem. They had to first break it down. How is this a reality? This is, I am experiencing this as a reality. How do I break it down for myself? When in the process of doing it for themselves and being able to come to this same conclusion, this same ending theorem at the same every time, they were able to give that understanding to themselves. Of course, that is just to do an appealing to the mind and the logic that we have. It always asks questions and says, "How is this possible?" But above and beyond all that, it is a revelation, the intuition that was given to them that was so profound. That is where we're all trying to get to. That is what the inner scientists have done. And then when it comes to the kriyas, that's what is known as the kriya pada. It is an inner science. It is not just a ritual that we may understand also to be able to have the benefits of healing from something. And those are all, of course, the powerful side effects of Chandi and doing the Chandi Homa. Removing all of the negativity from our lives, especially cognizing even what is our negativity. And one of the beautiful things that we were sharing here just now is that establishing our space in this in oneness, right? The truth that these kriyas and the rituals and this way of working with the deities and the divine energies, we'll realize that there's nothing for us to establish ourselves in really. The truth is we are originally in that state. Yes. Already that is our real true nature. That is the truth that will tell me. And we are only having to remove that which we are putting in the way to experience that. And whenever we cognize the deities or the ritual, we always declare Sohamasmi. The truth of oneness is the ultimate truth. I am in truth oneness with you. I may not realize it right now. It may not be such a thorough experience, but I do this ritual for that to be a more of a powerful reality to me again and again. That is why we do it. That is why these rituals are a powerful place for all seekers of all parts of the world to come together and to come and sit with themselves and come to their terms with the cosmos and say, you are real and I want to experience you as a reality more than anything before. And then the ritual begins, and that's a very exciting way. And the kriyas start.
Yes, Maharaj. So, as you were saying about the whole the kriya and the ritual, I was just just one more thing I wanted to share is that as we were talking about the research and development, it is when we offer the Chandi Homa, when you become part of the Chandi Homa and during the Navaratri, doing any of the sevas, all the various offerings that are going to happen, the Chandi Homa or the Durga Puja or all the various offerings that are there to Devi, when you do any of these offerings, when you perform any of these offerings, when you do any of these offerings, what happens is, it is like you are opening up the space for the revelation to happen. You are giving that space. When you are establishing yourself in that space of oneness with Devi, when you are just declaring for that to happen, the cosmos will start revealing more and more to you. Swamiji also says beautifully that Sri Chakra, which is the representation of the Devi energy, the Sri Chakra Mandala, which is there, that is the DNA of the cosmos. That is the structure of the DNA of the cosmos itself. And if you want to experience that revelation of the most beautiful things in your life, whatever negativity you have, you may be experiencing negativity, if you are experiencing the black magic, if you feel that okay, some people have the fear of their being affected by the black magic, or experiencing the any kind of a negativity that you are experiencing in your life, the best way to get rid of it is to understand and experience that everything is one, everything is oneness, and Devi, who is the source of the whole universe, she will give you that experience when you offer the Chandi Homa or offer any of the rituals during the Navaratri, especially the Chandi Homa. So this is a really beautiful opportunity for receiving that, for you to establish yourself in that space of oneness, for that revelation to happen to you, to experience the completion and the expansion of yourself in all the aspects of your life. Whether you feel affected by any kind of a negativity, or you want to manifest wealth, health, or relationships, or any kind of thing in your life, anything that you want to manifest, this is the right approach that you can take towards manifesting that.
Yes, Maharaj. And yes, Maharaj, you said beautifully about how you could connect in oneness with Devi and how she really powerfully manifests during the time of Navaratri, especially these 9 nights. What the way? How does this whole Hindu calendar work? We can also share a bit more. Actually, the Hindu calendar is has been an ancient science. You will not be able to understand that we can do dating of events just because we are able to track back and people are able to describe the way the stars and the constellations are in the sky. So when they do that, we're able to track back and understand the age from time immemorial itself. We had the science of knowing how to align ourselves with the cosmos around us. And whenever the sun, moon, and other nakshatras or other stars in the sky are in particular positions in the year, that time is known as a muhurta. And in that time, there's actually for the Navaratri time is for 9 nights. It is in these 9 nights that Devi manifested powerfully. And we're also in the sessions today, we're going to be a little bit talking about the story of Devi Mahatmyam also. The 3rd chapter, we have told everyone that we wanted to come back and tell us the 3rd chapter. But when it happened, it is actually a very powerful time when the sun, the moon were in the exact positions in when that imprint, that like a cosmic blueprint, when that blueprint is in the same position, the energies and the clairvoyance around us also awaken. So the possibility of vanquishing negativity, vanquishing enmity, those who may be opposing us, or vanquishing just overall ill health in your life, coming over all these things, these powerful, ferocious energies are just available in the very air. And when you do the kriyas and the rituals, you are attending to them, because you are going to experience them whether you are doing the ritual or not. But when you attend to these energies that are manifesting with devotion, with gratitude, and with deep humbleness, you will see those energies will shower you with blessings. And that is what the rishis have created as a methodology in ritual, to be able to harness the power of all these energies that are manifesting powerfully at this time, and take the most and maximum amount of benefit when this is happening. And that is why we are presenting this beautiful opportunity for everyone to be able to offer this Chandi Homa, the Chandi Homa, so that you can yourself have the real experience of all of these powerful energies around you. Yes, when we do the Chandi Homa, so much is there to describe about Devi and her Anga Devatas and how she governs the whole universe and her whole army, as we are describing in the discussion on the Devi Mahatmyam also. You will understand how all of these energies are there as a part of us, and how you are beautifully sharing, Maharaj, that the Sri Chakra is a DNA of the cosmos itself. And of course, we also know that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself just had the divine vision of the Sri Chakra and immediately drew it perfectly and had that same. So we're coming from a guru who's able to initiate us so into the powerful different sampradayas that connect back to the cosmos, connect back to us realizing that our bodies and our consciousness is in oneness with everything around us. So the kriyas and just the tyaga and the vrata and all of these things that are done, whether you're practicing a particular diet of abstinence for during these times of Navaratri, which is something that many people do. They believe in doing a liquid diet or intermittent fasting or a fruit diet also during the Navaratri, something that we can all also join together and do, as well as being able to listen to the Devi Mahatmyam chanting, especially in this Navaratri time, which is a big part of the Chandi Homa, because during the Chandi Homa hours that are done, we will be also having people come and sit and listen to the Devi Mahatmyam story, as well as the Sanskrit vibrations of those mantras that will do so much good. Because as Swamiji said, just by listening or being able to just even chant a little bit of the Devi Mahatmyam, you will have enlightenment as a reality in your life. And that is something that is absolutely a possibility. And of course, one thing that I wanted to share is that everybody thinks that enlightenment and all of these spiritual experiences are something that like a souvenir. It is something that I can have, that I can have in my pocket. I can wear it like a mala, or have it like an ornament. They think that enlightenment and all these spiritual experiences and ornament something that they already have, but they don't realize that what they have and what they are itself will be transformed and changed completely different when they have enlightenment. And that is the reality that Swamiji is trying to bring out. The original science is from that very space of enlightenment. You are originally that space of oneness, and you can also manifest all the things that you want. And that is the opportunity when you connect with Devi through the Chandi Homa. And I think before we have a short clip for everyone right now, we can share with them how the Swamiji has beautifully shared with everyone and initiated them, introduced them to the Sri Vidya and to the worship of Devi. And before that, wanted to say one last thing, is that everybody should know and understand, also Swamiji shares, that in order to go to Shiva, one must go through Devi. So that is one of the beautiful understandings that all of us have, and we are ultimately going to connect with Shiva, Paramashiva himself. But one of the sweetest ways to do so is holding the hand of Devi. So we'll be right back with you after a short break. You can watch the clip that we have for you.
மண்ணே மாமலையே மணியே மாணிக்கமே மரகதமே வைரமே பொன்னே புகழ் சேர் பொன்மலையே சோதி வடிவான ரூபனே என் குருநாதா என் குருநாதா என் குருநாதா அஞ்ஞான கடல் நீங்கி கணக்கு ஆத்ம ஞானம் அளிப்பாய் குருநாதா நித்யானந்தா ஆத்ம ஞானம் அளிப்பாய் நித்யா கொண்டு கங்கை முடி கொண்டு நர்த்தனம் புரியும் ஈசனே சுடலை பொடி பூசி புடுக்கை தன ஏந்தும் காலனே புடி தோலனே.
Listen, now that Bhuvanai Brahmanda Yoni Mandala which you have, please pick it up in your hand. Yes. See, this represents the mother consciousness. This has the mother energy installed in the form of Sri Chakra and Sri Yantra and mother component energy centers. Please listen. State of Sadashiva is masculine. Manifesting powers of Sadashiva is feminine. It is only mother can create. Please listen. Father can be source material, but creation itself can be done only by mother. So today, we will make sure all 100% of you manifest all the powers initiated. Whether it is third eye or in the third eye, the next level powers, remote scanning, everything, and the length, breadth, depth. Whatever powers you are initiated, all of you 100% manifest, because it is mother energy that only agitates the Kundalini. Understand? If the other mandalas awaken your Kundalini like a stream, this just explodes it. And I am going to now completely work on mother energy now. In each one of you, that mother energy, when mother energy awakened only, all best manifestation starts happening. All the power manifestation starts happening in you, only with mother energy. So have that. It's the literal translation of that word, Bhuvanai Brahmanda Yoni means, the Bhuvana means the The whole Milky Way is one bhuvana. Like the 242 bhuvanas exist totally. Each one of them having zillions of planets and stars. So for all these bhuvana, the womb is Devi, Adi Shakti. So she is represented, awakened in that energy. Now, that energy only will be awakened in your inner space, that Kundalini. One funny thing with these mandalas, words cannot explain them. Only when you work with them, you will see. Actually, if you just keep the Sadashiva Mandala next to your bed and sleep, you will see that you are in a different space altogether. You will see you are in a different space altogether. So let me work with your mother energy, the mother component. So all the powers in which you are initiated will start manifesting now. Even the powers that working, power over the silicon, means all the electronic objects will start manifesting. All the softwares I developed as on now will start working on you. You just sit, keeping that in your hand, that Devi Mandala. It should be facing you. And it will be good if you don't close your eyes, because it is time for grand samadhi. If you close your eyes, you may fall into a grand samadhi, which I do not want. Please don't close your eyes. All gurus tell you to close your eyes. I am the only one, don't close your eyes. I am the only one saying open all three eyes. Yes. So sit straight, open all your three eyes, have the Bhuvane Brahmanda Yoni Mandala. I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda.
Yes, now we have the Devi Mahatmyam story continued. Yesterday we understood the first chapter of Devi Mahatmyam, where the story of Madhu and Kaitaba, the Asura, the demons who were troubling the whole cosmos, who were troubling Brahma. Brahma himself was praying to Mahamaya, Devi herself, who was there within Mahavishnu, putting him in the Yoga Nidra. She is in this known as Yogamaya, or also known as Vishnumaya. And she's the Devi that deludes, and he connects with her in a powerful way, telling her that she is the essence of the whole energy of the cosmos. She is the one that makes the whole planets and the whole cosmos move. The same way that Swamiji in the clip that we just saw talks about the energies of the whole bhuvanas, and how many bhuvanas and universes there are, and stars and the solar systems that there are. The whole cosmos and universe itself is beautifully and largely explained with huge numbers. The size of these numbers is giving us an understanding how the Vedic rishis also had an understanding of voluminous of the whole cosmos, and their experience of oneness with it. It really gave them the idea of the truth and reality of the infinite qualities of the cosmos itself. And of course, that is described in the Devi Mahatmyam as Devi herself as Vishnumaya. And she comes out of Mahavishnu and responding to the prayer of Brahma, and Mahavishnu defeats Madhu and Kaitaba. That is the first chapter that we just listened to yesterday. And the second chapter begins the story of Mahishasura, a demon who was running the havoc all around the whole lokas and all the cosmos. Of course, all the gods come together, and in their despair also, comes a light from all of them that joins together and creates a Devi Paramashiva Shakti, Durga, Devi, Chandi, and Chandika is also the name that she is given inside the Devi Mahatmyam, and she's a powerful goddess in the feminine form, and she is having all of the weapons. One light of each god becomes one part of Devi, and it is beautiful to hear and visualize these energies coming together and forming Paramashiva Shakti. And then she gets all of their weapons and starts the battle, and a long not even strenuous, you can see she was just elegantly dancing and making the whole Leela happen, and the battle continued, and she was able to vanquish all of the hordes of Mahishasura. Following that, she actually herself battles Mahishasura, coming to the third chapter where Durga battles Mahishasura, and he is a very formidable opponent actually. He has the ability to shapeshift himself into various forms, and one of the main forms being that of a buffalo, the buffalo headed, and she's the Devi Mahatmya third chapter even describes him as being so vast and large, where in just one push from Devi he's able to tumble mountains in themselves and able to literally change the whole terrain and landscape from which for the size of his body, and he was a very formidable opponent. But Devi does the work of doing the complete destruction of Mahishasura. He was actually so powerful, but Devi herself is so versatile in her way to be able to destroy Mahishasura, even though anyway he comes back with a different form, in a different way. No matter how the enmity comes back, she is able to match his excellence and defeat him as well. And of course, finally, the moment comes. This actually is a very important point in the Durga Puja that we celebrate, where Mahishasura is slain by Devi, and it happens at a particular auspicious time known as Sandhi. The Tithi, the lunar day of Ashtami and Navami coincide, and the 24 minutes of the Ashtami Tithi and the 24 minutes of the Navami Tithi come together and form a 48-minute Muhurta, and this is known as Sandhi, the transition between Navami and Ashtami and Navami. And in this time, Mahishasura was slain. And and beautifully for your information, when we do the Durga Puja, at that exact time in the ritual of the Durga Puja, at that exact time, we will be literally reenacting the whole scene of this powerful vanquishing negativity by Devi Paramashiva Shakti, by Devi Chandika, in the ritualistic form of the Durga Puja. Yes, the whole energy at that time is something that you don't want to miss. It's something that you have to see, and it's a spectacle in itself to listen to the vibrations that are generated by the drums and the chanting and the kriyas that you can visually see Devi herself and come and slay Mahishasura. And that is going to be done as a part of Durga Puja, but that is what happens in the third chapter, and something very interesting happens. Right before he is slain, he has such an ego to laugh at Devi, and he's gone mad, in fact, and he's just enamored by being able to continuously be overtaken by Devi. He just starts laughing, and in that moment, Devi also, who is in drinking the divine nectarine drink that puts them in a space of elite awareness around her, she is able to have that elixir, and as she's having it, she is in fact telling him that you can, for a few more moments only, you will be able to laugh as you are laughing, Mahishasura. In a few moments from now, all the devatas here will be laughing at you, because you will be slain at my hands. And in this way she says, Garjagarjakshana Muda Madhuya Vidpibamyaham Mayatvai Hatitreva Garjishyanti Ashu Devataha. All the devatas here will be laughing at you in a few moments from now. With this valor and magnificence, Devi conquered Mahishasura, and that is a powerful scene in the third chapter of Devi Mahatmyam that we see, and that comes to the conclusion of the third chapter. Tomorrow we'll also be learning about the fifth and the Madhyama Charitram of Devi Mahatmyam, learning more about the Uttara Charitram of Devi Mahatmyam, and also learning more about how Devi is beautifully praised inside. Actually, after the whole battle scene, Brahma is so in gratitude. All the devatas are in so much in gratitude that they sing, and all of the fourth chapter is in a beautiful chandas, that is comes out, or a measure that is in such a beautiful song. It's beautiful to hear, and we can also chant it along with us. And of course, in a few moments from now, we'll be getting into the Devi. That is actually part of the next chapters. That is the Devi Sukta, Tantrokta Devi Sukta. Many of you may be already knowing it. It's a very simple chant. You can all join us in the Zoom rooms, and we'll be able to share with you how you can take the benefit. And it's a beautiful mantra that just means Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vishnumayeti Sabdita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Recognizing and realizing how Devi exists in all of the beings. In the whole cosmos she pervades. And again singing the words Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu, to that Devi who is there in everyone in the form of forgiveness, who is there in the form of love, who's there in the form of compassion. All of these various good qualities that we see as a reality we cherish in the world outside us and we want to have ourselves. We celebrate that as a manifestation of Devi around us. It's a beautiful way to really cognize how she is there always. To see her in everything is one thing, but through the Kriya and through the mantra, when you're able to invoke her in all of the beautiful qualities around us, it is a whole new experience in itself. So join us as we're going to do the chanting of the Devi Suktam. And thank you all for joining us today. Of course, you can go to the link events.kailasa.org, events.kailasa.org/Navaratri to learn more information about the sevas that are going to be happening throughout the Navaratri, how you can magnificently be a part of Kailasa's Navaratri celebrations. Learn more at events.kailasa.org/Navaratri. And hope to see you again tomorrow for another beautiful session, or we're discussing more of the beautiful rituals at the Navaratri celebrations. Thank you all for joining, and we'll continue into the session of Devi Durga, the Devi Sukta Parayanam that is going to be happening in a few moments from now. Please stay tuned. Thank you. Nityanandam.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द 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 परमशिवोऽहम्
Nityanandam. Let us get ready to chant the Devi Suktam. That is the Tantrokta Devi Suktam. That is there from the Devi Mahatmya Puranam itself. Comes from the 5th chapter, that where Deva, or Paramashiva himself, sings on the glory of Devi. And you can chant along with me. I'll chant in a slow manner so that everyone who is listening can also repeat. Namo Devye Mahadevye Shivaye Satatam Namaha Namah Prakritye Bhadraye न्यताः प्रणता स्मृताम् रौद्राये नमो नित्याये गौर्ये धात्रे नमो नमः ज्योत्स्नाये चेन्दुरूपिण्ये सुखाये सततं नमः कल्याण्ये प्रणतां वृद्ध्यै सिद्ध्यै कूर्मो नमो नमः नैऋत्ये भूभृतां लक्ष्मी सर्वाण्येते नमो नमः दुर्गाये दुर्गपाराये साराये सर्वकारिण्ये ख्यात्यै तथैव कृष्णाये धूम्राये सततं नमः. Now we'll chant the part that you will all be able to chant. If you don't know or if you're not able to, at least chant along when we sing Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. We'll begin. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vishnumayeti Sabdhita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chetanetyabhidhiyate Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhirupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Nidrarupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kshudarupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chayarupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shaktirupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Trishnarupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Khantirupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Jatirupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lajjarupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shantirupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddharupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kantirupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vritti Rupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Smriti Rupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Dayarupena Samstita Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu तुष्टिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु भ्रान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः इन्द्रियाणामधिष्ठात्री भूतानां चाकुलेषु या भूतेषु सततं तस्यै व्याप्तिदेव्यै नमो नमः चितिरूपेण या कृत्स्नमेतद्व्याप्तस्थिता जगत् नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः सुतासुरेः पूर्वमधिष्ठसंश्रयात् तथासुरेन्द्रदिनेषु सेविता करोति सा नः शुभहेतुरीश्वरी शुभानि बिभ्राण्यभिहन्तु चापदः या चाम्प्रतां चोद्धत दैत्यतापतेर्तप्ते अस्माभिर्षि ससुरेर्नमस्यते या च स्मृता तत्क्षणमेव हन्ति नः सर्वापदो भक्तिविनम्रमूर्तिभिः. With this we have chanted the Tantrokta Devi Suktam. This is available in the 5th chapter of the Devi Mahatmyam. Thank you all for joining us and hope to see you all again for the ongoing celebrations of just the preparations for Navaratri. How to best get ourselves ready, how to best prepare ourselves, how to really explore the feminine, the divine feminine dimension. So much of volumes of knowledge Swamiji has given and revived about Devi Mahatmyam and all of the beautiful truths of worshipping the Divine Mother. So we're going to dive into all these and get ourselves well prepared for the Navaratri. Again, you can go to events.kailasa.org/Navaratri to learn more about what you can be a part of during Navaratri, and also learning about offering the Chandi Homa. And you can go ahead and go to this page website and offer your intention to do the Chandi Homa this upcoming Navaratri. Thank you all for joining us. We'll end today's session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om
परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द 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 परमशिवोऽहम्